Right now, President Donald Trump is floating the idea of a 50-year mortgage. It's in an attempt to make buying a home more affordable because honestly, it's just unattainable for so many Americans. The plan is designed to lower people's monthly payments, but experts say homeowners would pay a lot more in interest over those 50 years, which can be risky for borrowers and lenders. So this morning, we've got Justin Pizzera. He is sitting down with an Arizona housing market expert to break down what the latest trends mean for buyers and the local market. Justin, you and I can't stop talking about this idea.
I know. We've been talking about it a lot during commercial breaks. We've got Jeremy here from RE/MAX talking about this 50-year mortgage versus a 30-year mortgage. You think this could be good for some people here in Arizona?
I do. This kind of gives us all a better option, another option. You know, when it went from 15 to 30, there was a lot of people that went, whoa, you're going to spend your whole life paying off that mortgage. In 1996, I bought my first home. I'm on home number 8. I've always did 30-year mortgages. I've never paid any of those off as I've moved around. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow, especially the younger generation, to get into that home and save a little bit of money per month. On a $400,000 loan, they're going to save around $250 per month, and that goes a long way in today's economy. Yeah. On the flip side, they're not going to have the equity in that home. You know, over the course of that loan, they're going to pay about $815,000 in interest rate, compared to a 30-year where they're going to pay about $450,000 in the interest rate.
That's significantly, I mean, just the amount of interest, though, that you're going to be paying. Is that do you think that's the biggest drawback right there, is that interest that you could just end up paying?
It is. However, just a few years ago when interest rates were in the low 3s and high 2s, I had a lot of clients that refinanced into a 15. So say this happened a while back and they're in a 50-year, they'd probably be refinancing into a 30-year at that time.
This is good, you said, though, too, before we came on. This is good for somebody maybe who's investing as well. They want to buy another home to maybe invest in, and you could make that money back that way.
Absolutely. Whether it's the younger generation or people my age that want to buy up some rental properties, it's going to allow me to purchase that home, save per month, and be able to put a renter in there comfortably that makes the payment.
How would I know, like, if I'm going to buy a home right now, should I do 30 or 50? What do you tell your clients? What would you tell your clients if that was an option?
I work with some great lenders, and I always turn my clients over to the lenders, and they usually spell it out. You know, this is going to be a 15-year, this is going to be a 30-year, and this is going to be a 50-year, and it's going to fit your budget. What works best for you on your monthly budget?
What are you seeing now? What's the biggest hurdle for these new home buyers that are coming in, the young people? Because it seems impossible now to get into a home.
They just can't afford the home. You know, whenever they sit down, and the housing market's high right now, so whenever they sit down with the lender and they look at, you know, what it's going to cost per month, they just can't make that payment.
So what happened when we went from the 15 to the 30 and that was something, what was the reaction then?
When I built my first home, my granddad kind of jumped me a little bit and said, you're going to spend your whole life paying off that mortgage. And we're seeing that again right now. We're seeing people saying, whoa, you know, you're going to spend so much money on that home. And so that it's a little bit of a jolt, you know, when it first hits. And right now we don't know the details. We're kind of comparing from a 15 to a 30, what a 30 to a 50 is going to look like. You know, until we find out the details, there's going to be that little bit of jolt with everybody.
All right. It's going to be interesting to see. 50-year mortgage from the 30. Jeremy, thank you.